am. Are you ready?
I sure am.
Super excited. Hello and good evening. This is Dr. Rebecca Foster. This is Paranormal PhD. It's Thursday, August 18th, and thank you for being here with me tonight. It's almost end of summer. So right now we are all live on Facebook, on the God's Reader page, also streaming to the Spirit Realm Network and to YouTube and also to TikTok. So you all on TikTok, you get the green screen. That's all you're getting. You can't see anything else behind me. So if you are new to this show, first off, I apologize. The last couple of weeks have just been hectic, and it's only going to get worse now with fall. September, October are absolutely swamped, which is fabulous. It's huge blessings, lots of traveling. Going to be in Ohio next weekend. The following weekend, I am in Utah for Phenomicon, which is going to be phenomenal. If you're into the paranormal encrypted stuff, check it out on godstool.com. All the links to all of that stuff. I'll be doing galleries in Utah. And then we're into Joplin, Missouri. It's just going to be, and Rock Island, Illinois. Just a lot of investigations, lots of galleries, lots of fun, lots of readings. And so if you are in Utah or Illinois or Missouri or not really Ohio, that's going to be more of a fun trip. So I'm not doing a gallery while I'm there. But all those other places, I am happy to meet people. So there's all of that going on. So I'm not sure it's going to be a hit or miss on Thursday nights with the way that the travel is and having to be places early Friday morning. So Thursday nights might be out for a couple of weeks. I'll have to finagle it and figure it out another way. So thank you for joining me this evening. I know I've had people like, are you going to be on tonight? And seriously, tomorrow is my daughter's birthday, and it has been a hellish day. And so bad that my left eye is like, do you guys see it? Look at that. So stressed out. My eye is twitching. What are you going to do? Nothing. So make sure on all the channels that you're either liking or subscribing to make sure that when I do go live, you guys are able to join me. So what I'm going to do tonight is just grab people out of the chat room. Seriously, my eye is going to be bothering me. It's been an all-day event. So I'm going to randomly pull people out of the chat rooms, and if I skip you, it's not that I don't like you. It is just that I'm not getting anything, and I'm not a magician or an all-powerful genie. So basically, whatever is given to me, I give to you. And it'll come through. It comes from God. It comes from spirit guides. It comes from people who've passed over. I do not consult the dead. I simply repeat what they show me and what they say and go from there. So it'll come through symbolically. I'll explain first what I'm being shown, and then I will explain what it means, and I will try to get it all in a very concise manner. If you've been here before, you know that's not the truth. Never going to happen, but at least everyone can hear me tonight. We didn't have any, knock on wood, glitches with the microphone again. Those of you on TikTok, you do not have to send me any gifts. You do not have to send flowers and money. Just sit there and have fun and just keep your money. Okay. Coming to Minnesota. You know what? I've actually not done an event in Minnesota. So I could do an event in Minnesota, which would be really great. I would love that. I want to go to Florida. I want to do an event down there. I want to do Texas. I would really like to be able to get to a lot of awesome places. Okay. I got it, CP. I got it. Okay. So I would normally kind of run through the room, but it's really, y'all are busy here tonight. And so I'm not going to run through, but I will just grab people. on my stream with Facebook and YouTube, I'm able to control the chat a lot easier than I am on TikTok. You guys fly by. So I will just do what I can. And when it grabs me, I will grab it. And I will grab you. All right. I'm going to go for about an hour. So let's see what is coming through for everyone. Oh, also, before I forget, y'all have to understand, if you haven't seen it yet, you guys have to get my new book. It is awesome. It's life-changing. It's called Manifesting 411. You can get it on Amazon. It's a 180-day journal of manifestations that you can do yourself. But it's a small beginning about explanation and how to use it. But you will become so addicted doing these things that what is that? What is it telling me to do? Why is TikTok telling me to push my screen sideways? I don't know. So yeah, Manifesting 411, Amazon. Grab yourself a copy. It's only in paperback because ebooks, it doesn't really serve its purpose. So let's grab some people, shall we? A lot of people here tonight. I mean, a lot of people here. Yes, Carl, my darling friend, it is an awesome book. I was inspired to do it. And the numbers are amazing. And I don't want to give anything away. I'm not going to tell you anything. But it was like mind-blowing writing it. All right. So let's see. Okay. All right. Getting into my mojo space. Mojo space. So let's start with the first person I actually grabbed here was CP. And so let's see what's happening for you really quickly. So okay. So the first thing that I normally do is I'll pick people up and I put them on a beach. This is where my guides help me to understand what's going on in a person's world and their language and so forth. And it represents safety, security, and grounding. Water of any kind represents the feeling or the perception that things are coming at you or problems, but it can also represent opportunity. It just depends on how it presents. There's a whole bunch of other places that are there. And the only thing that I'm picking up for you, CP, is that before I'm able to even get to your beach area, you are what looks like a pair of Crocs, loose fitting, holy jelly shoes is really what it looks like. And your pants are up about calf height, so they're not getting wet, but you are walking through what looks like where water would have receded. So it's a little mucky and muddy. Now, the fact that there used to be water there and it's cleared up means that there has been a realization to something that would have usually been problematic or creating issue. And that water has receded because of your own personal growth, your own knowledge. However, you're wearing these crocky doodads and you're walking in the muck. Get out of the muck. It really takes a perspective change. It takes being cognizant of our behaviors and what we're doing. And the shoes I have found are really our own doing. We put the shoes on, and the shoes are the cause. They make us feel like we're being held back by external people and situations, which I'm pretty sure for you is pretty right on. So you have to, when you get off of this, you have to picture those shoes, really like rainbow tie-dyed looking crocky doodads. Take them off. Your ego and your brain are going to go, you need to wear those. Those belong on you. And you may have to take them off repeatedly before your feet stay bare, and then go find some dry land. By doing this, you are telling yourself, your soul, that you're no longer willing to put the shoes on for anyone else to make them happy, and you're no longer willing to walk through muck. And people that want to be in your life are going to have to come to you. They're going to have to make an effort in that respect. And that goes for everyone, in family and friends, in employees, employers, peers. But what they're mainly saying is you need to change your own perspective if you want the things around you to change. Sweet. Okay. Susie Q 2022. I actually, around you, I see a little boy. It looks like a toe head. And I'm thinking that I'm not sure if this is a living child or if this is another child that's going to be coming to you, but he's calling you mommy. And so the one thing that I see here is your world is going, your whole priority aspect is going to change, and you're going to have to halt some things. And it almost looks like there's going to be a bit of sacrifice happening here. So you're going to be sacrificing some of your own happinesses and your own wants and desires for what looks like this child or a child or children. So again, he's just a little blondie. And I'm not sure if he said Eric or the name Eric comes through. Eric, something like that comes through. And to take care of your health, Don't do anything stupid. That's important. Excuse me. I had my dinner right before this, so I'm surprised I haven't belched more, but it's all good. If you're here, you know I burp while I'm doing this because I swallow a lot of air. Anyway, Susie Q 2022. You are going to just have to suck it up. And you know what? Whatever blessings are handed to you, do them gratefully. Just be like full of gratitude. And in the midst of sacrificing yourself for others and other people's happinesses, you're going to find who really belongs in your life and who doesn't. And it's going to be so much easier to go, you know what? When I'm around you, you make me feel like crap. I don't think I want to do this anymore. Boop. Bye. And that's what everyone should do. But for you, this is super important because you're going to be put in the middle of who you want to love and who you just naturally love. And there's never a choice. There's never a choice. So pay close attention to that. Okay. So let's go down here. Lori, you're in Florida. Yeah. I really need to, I would just love to be. Yes, Sarah, I want to get out to Texas. Thomas, you're in Ohio. I will be in Ohio next weekend. Oh, Labor Day weekend. All right. Kelsey, you want a health reading? So let's take a peek at Kelsey really quickly here. Michigan. I love Michigan. South Carolina, Oregon. Yay. All right. I would love to do something in every single state eventually, when I find myself with a Nova Scotia. Ooh, that would be fun. Pennsylvania. I almost moved to Pennsylvania. I love Pennsylvania. West Virginia. I've traveled through West Virginia. I've not been to West Virginia, but you know what? Arkansas, you guys, you know how to reach me. Perth, Australia. Now, I don't know if I could do 16-hour plane ride. I might be able to. But y'all know how to get a hold of me. Start giving me some locations that are cool to do events in, and I'll make it a huge consideration. Western Kentucky, would love that. New Jersey, absolutely. Okay, so for you, Kelsey, Sarah, I was washing off a couple of people's energy as I was doing this. So Kelsey, for you, actually, I mean, the first thing that I'm picking up for you, Kelsey, is more, it feels immune related. So I'm feeling inflammation, and I'm feeling, even just doing this right now, they're making me stuffy almost. They're making my sinus passages swell up to get me to understand this, but it feels inflammation related. So with that, inflammation is one of the biggest culprits to so many health issues, and feeling like garbage and not being able to maintain a good weight. There's so many things with inflammation, and it almost feels like you're taking it in somehow. So you're either eating it or you're breathing it in. But I'm thinking, looking at it, if you go to an allergist, because I'm not an allergist, but if you go to an allergist, they may be able to say, you know what, let's do a round of tests here and find out what's going on with your body and tell you what you should no longer be around. And let's hope it's not air and grass, right? Or peanut butter or chocolate. But there are so many. I know someone who was allergic to water, people. Water. And she didn't have her nor her daughter had the ability to be waterproof. So when they would shower or get in a tub, their body would absorb all the water and they would swell. And that was actually like, it doesn't matter where it was. But yeah, can you imagine that? Like, you lack the gene to repel water? Nope. So Kelsey, seriously, if I were you, I would say go to an allergist, go to someone who is going to be able to find out what is going on that is creating this higher histamine level within your body and creating that inflammation. Because I can see it almost like pollen all the way through your body. And that's what it looks like. Yeah, Gigi, I'm telling you, it was like, holy cow. And it was so weird because her skin was cracked and dry, like super dry. It couldn't even hold moisture in. So it couldn't repel it or maintain a high moisture. It was crazy. I don't know how people get through that. Gene 2020. The one thing I can't see with people is a death time. I don't see death. God does not give that to me or anyone. So if anybody's ever like, oh, I'm going to give you a reading when you die, you tell them to shove it up their wazoo, because God doesn't give that information. Somebody else might, but God doesn't. I can tell you this though, Gene, a lot of times when a person is near their passing time, and I can guarantee there's a health worker here or someone in hospice who's going to validate, thank you, what I'm about to say. But a lot of times as a person is getting closer to passing, the veil just starts to lift and they will sit there and talk to their long lost pappy and their old animals, and they'll play cards, and they see them very clearly, like they're there. And so if your father starts talking to those who have passed over, it's usually pretty close with that. So Amanda Centauro 0830. Yes, this is all free. That's why I'm doing it. I do a lot of free readings. So you just have to kind of get onto all my stuff and watch it go free. So my eye is just so bad. It's been like a stressful week. And then you're like, I'm having a great day and I'm manifesting glory and abundance. And then my eye's like, eh. So, yeah, I don't know why. And for you, I don't know who I just said that to, was asking about this all being free. You smell like chocolate. I don't know if you're eating chocolate or what, but you have really, like, your energy smells like chocolate. It's fabulous. I do love that. All right. So who else do we have going here? Laura Romaine. Yes, I am on a lot of paranormal lives. Meaning like different podcasts and other people's shows and stuff. And then I do my own. Yes. You know what? It's a small family. The paranormal family is super small. Everyone knows everyone. And if you're in the paranormal, you know everyone. You just know everyone. It's the way it is. And you get to know everyone and everybody's connected. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay. Chris Spencer, you have a 37-year-old Down syndrome daughter that talks to someone in her room every day, but she's the only one in her room. No, you don't need to be concerned, Chris. First of all, let me clarify something. Down syndrome and autistic people are gifts and gifted. They are prizes, like huge prizes. They're super blessed. They're able to see things that a lot of people just can't, because they allow the downloads, they allow the veil to lift, they just are unconditional. And so they have this amazing ability to be a lot better than just regular human people, let's say. And I say regular because I think that anyone who is on a spectrum or who has Down syndrome is a massive blessing. And if I were you, I would not be worried, because I can guarantee that your daughter would be able to discern if it was a negative energy, because she does that well with anyone as it is. Being that her veil is very thin, because she's trusting of others, because she's just able to unconditionally care about other people, that means that she's much more open to other people's energies. So she may even be like when she meets someone that doesn't have a good vibration, she might cower away or cringe or be like, nah, I don't think so. I'm not giving this person a hug right now. So trust that if they're seeing someone, it's probably angelic or somebody that's just coming through that's passed over to spend time with her. And I really wouldn't worry about it. Sometimes it can be scary and everybody's like, oh, it's a demon. It's a demon. It's not always a dang demon, people. There are dead people everywhere. rare occasions rare occasions is it demonic. Usually it's just some guy who's a big a-hole in life, and that's who he is still on the other side, because he's never crossed over and cleared all that human energy, so he's still who he is. It is what it is. I think I may just stay a ghost and just be an a-hole and drive a ghost Audi for the rest of my life, because that's what I aspire to be when I grow up. Elizabeth Daniels, anything from your mom? She's declining for your mom. She's declining fast. It's been really hard to watch because it's happened so fast. Of course, it's never easy. Is there any going? Yes. Okay. So she's asking if there's going to be someone there when she passes. First off, it looks like there are a couple sisters actually around her that will be meeting her. They feel sisterly level. And a lot of times we don't ever just go and we're like, whoa, what's going on? It's never like that. Our guides will meet us, people who've passed over. And it's really essentially to help us go through the light, because sometimes people wait and they hang out and wait here for others. They don't want to go. But when they see that those that they love are on the other side, it's like, I haven't seen you in so long. Excuse me. They have parties, and the crowds that are there sometimes as that heavenly portal opens and that doorway is there and the party that's at it going, like they're having cake and there's balloons, and heaven is simply just stripping off the meat sack and going through our energy to another elevation. It's really amazing. And the sad part is that we miss them because they're no longer there to talk to, but they are there. We just have to feel them differently. We have to revert back to our inner antenna. We have to listen with our mind's ear, not our physical ear. And if everyone would do that, you would just have such, well, amazing conversations. But you don't ever listen to the bad stuff. You never listen to the bad stuff, because the bad stuff, they're always there too. And they're always there for a bad thing. Always there. Connie Bennett, message from your boyfriend. The first thing I saw, Connie, was what looked like a baseball bat. The first thing I saw as I was seeing your name, I saw like a baseball bat. And so I'm not sure if that means he loved baseball or The Walking Dead. I'm not sure. But it was just, he was like holding a baseball horizontal. And he also, you guys, if you get readings, put it in the chat, because I will attempt to go back and see, and replies and so forth. But a lot of times people want to know, did that make sense to that person? Does that make any sense to them? Does that make any sense? So Connie, it almost looked like a B or a D as well, like a bada or a B. And sometimes I'll mirror it. That's why I'm saying a B or a D, because they look, my eye, they look similar. Bada, and they sound similar. Oh, my eye. So stupid. Happens every now and then when I got too much going on. Okay. Yeah, dog. I know. Squirrel. So Carl, which wife will you have? You know what? I think a lot of people want to know that. Vin. Okay. So people always ask, I was married, I got remarried. Who am I going to see in heaven? When we cross over, the human aspect of who we were is removed. We're able to look at those people and go, oh my gosh, I missed you. You did a great job. You were a complete nincompoop in life, but you helped me to change this and to grow. And you really did what I asked you to do. And so we might fight with people here and disown them or argue or hate, but sometimes they're really fulfilling a purpose in our life. And we know that it's going to be a difficult job. And we ask them to come in and do something difficult in our life so that we're able to learn. That's not always the case. I don't want to make an excuse for someone who is a young soul who just grows and has a dark cloud over their head the whole time they're living. And, they're mean or abusive. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone whom you may argue with or fight with or love dearly and then find out that you don't love them anymore. Some things have changed and you don't get along anymore and you're fight. You know what? So when it comes to ex-spouses, ex-partners, we really are all good on the other side. We really are. We're friends. And there is no like, well, you have to spend time with me. I've seen married couples up there, 60 years married. They don't have the same heaven. One's cooking and one's in their boat. Okay. But we partner up with specific souls that we know are going to help us learn our lessons here in life. And another little clue onto that they're making me explain this may be something to do with someone here. It's when let's say you see someone and they've been married for 5-6 years and they've tried relentlessly to have a child and they just can't have a baby. And then they get a divorce for whatever reason. They get remarried and boop, there's the pregnancy, there's the baby. A lot of times it's because they're with someone that child that wants to come through doesn't want that as the parent or that as the situation or whatever is going on there. They're like, I can't do this. This is not my life. I'll wait until it's, and so there's a lot of things that happen before coming down. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. Love that. Yeah, it is a definite. I'm not a person that likes animosity or arguments or fighting or anything, and so I think it's definitely a good thing to know that you are most likely friends with people up there. Oh, so the first one had been married before, and then the second had your baby. Interesting. So that happened to you. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Thank you, Nick Interrupted. I love that. I really appreciate that. I love that. Okay. So let's see what else is going else here. So many wonderful new names. Thank you for everyone that also is always here, always in the room with me. Renee, hello, darling. How are you? Yes, I'll give you this in a minute. And thank you to everyone that's new too. I love seeing new names and giving new information out. Renee, I can tell you that I'm thinking this is something that's already happening. So you're right on the precipice, but this feels like you're taking something that has been for maybe a long time, and it looks like it's molting. So you're about to take it to a next level up or change it around to a whole new way of being, a more glorified, beautiful way of being. And so you're taking the old, it's shedding the old skin, and you are bringing it to a new level. Now, I also hear people going, well, that was my idea, or I did that first, or that was mine, or that was my idea, blah, blah, blah. Well, what I'm thinking is you must be like really reading minds or taking something and actually helping it happen and making it happen and flourishing. So it doesn't matter if 10 people came up with the same idea. It looks like you're the one who actually makes it work. So I don't see you being like, feeling guilty over it. I don't see you doing anything. So if you hear something like a really good idea and you're like, I need to do that, that's it. This is exactly what I needed to do to make this change. Boop, you do it. You may upset a few people. You may step on a few toes, but you know what? People shouldn't stick their feet out because a lot of times it's because they're trying to trip you up. And then you step on their feet and you're like, oops, sorry. You should have put your foot out there. All right. Okay. So let's see here. I just have to run through. I kind of like just watch everything and then So Gigi, um, what I'm seeing here that you really need to, what you need to work on, what your guides are saying is right now. You have been listening for a long time. You have been hearing them. You've been acknowledging them. All of these things that you have been aware of. And now is the time that you really need to act. It's like you're sitting there at the light brake torquing. It's time to move forward. It's time to go forward with this and to break those habits, because it feels like you've known something for a long time. You've felt it for a long time and you have been holding back. And why do we hold back? Well, usually we're afraid, or it's scary, or we don't want to hurt people around us, or we are nervous about what's going to happen. And usually if God is going to give you an idea and plant a seed, and then he does things around you that causes you to think about it, and then you're sowing more and you're reaping more and you're dealing with it more, it's not because he's tormenting you with something that you shouldn't be doing. It is him saying, I'm going to keep planting this garden in your mind until you decide to come and harvest all of this. It's like, as a parent, you don't, and I say this all the time, but so many of you are new, but as a parent, you're not going to hand your child a bike and say, ride the bike, with the expectation that they're going to just fall down and get hurt. Now, I want to correct that too, because I have seen a lot of garbage on Facebook and on TikTok where parents are just downright evil with their kids and everybody's cheering them on like that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's really not, and it's pretty disgusting, and it's gross what I see. I don't give a crap. You want to scare your kids, go ahead, but you look like a big asshole doing it on TikTok and Facebook and everywhere else. Don't do it. They're going to be coming to me later going, I don't know why, I've always been afraid of the dark, or a doctor or psych or somebody else. So yeah, God's not going to put a bike in your path and say, here, fall down here, because I don't think you can do it. He's not. As a parent, you give your kid a bike and say, I know you can do it. You're going to fall. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get scratched, but you're going to get on the bike eventually and you're going to ride and you're going to love it. So that's what it really, I didn't. I thought I ripped my tablecloth. It's time to stop being afraid of what has been growing in your mind that is correct, and go do it. So that's for Gigi. Hello, Bree. How are you, darling? Haven't seen you in a while. And you're on Facebook and not TikTok. Okay. So Bree. I'm just checking something really quickly because I think the last time we talked, I just want to put that because I have talked to Bree before. Looks like a lot of change. It looks like a lot of change. And I am trying to discern this. So the relationship aspect and the work thing seem to be intertwined or tangled, like twizzled. So this may be something that is part of a dilemma right now as far as work related, relationship related, and I don't think it's a simple solution, actually. I don't think it's simple. There also seems to be some kind of a bit of a miscommunication. So before you act, before you do anything else, make sure that the communication is perfectly clear and crisp, and it'll help you to make some decisions that are coming up in the future before any kind of miscommunication. It's like those commercials, with Gronkowski. All of a sudden he's out of retirement. Yeah. No breakage in the communication. Wallace, from your mom. I do see a lot of, Bree, yes, both. Communication in the relationship is going to clarify the relationship and work. It'll trickle down to work. So it'll be relationship communication that will help clarify your status, your station in the relationship and work. So it's more relationship related, and then it'll trickle down to work. So Wallace, for you with your mom, it almost looks like, well, it's a flower. And it almost looks like a thistle or something. You know, the ones that grow in the wild field, the little purple flowers, and you can like pull the little petals out and suck the sugar out of the top of them. Anybody else do that as a kid? You know what I'm talking about. Little purple flowers. Boop, boop. And the one thing she wants me to acknowledge is barefoot in this field, like barefoot out walking in the field. And she has what looks like a long gown on, or like a primitive, like a white nightgown. And she's in this field. Now, the field, when I'm reading people on a beach level, it represents, is it honeysuckle? Okay, you can like pull them and suck the little sugar bits out of them, and there's always bees on these stupid things. They're everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. And when I'm reading people, the field is where a lot of times people will come through on a person's beach. It's up on the dunes, and they'll come through and say hello. And she looks like super happy. She looks content. She looks at peace. And I feel like she's far away from you. So if you wanted to, and this is weird because of course, you know, heaven is far away from us. But is honeysuckle yellow, Kaylee? I couldn't even tell you. I don't know. It's purple. They're little purple flowers. Whole bunches of little purple flowers. No, I don't know what they are, but it looks like yeah. So, Wallace, I'm sorry. The way that she makes it feel like heaven is where it's at, but where she's visiting right now feels far away from you. It feels like she's home. I know that sounds odd. She wanted me to say she's home. She's home. And I don't know what, I feel like I want to like maybe she's across the pond or something. It's interesting. It's very interesting. But she's very happy. And she wants me really quickly, Wallace, she wants me to talk about her teeth. Like her chompers are good. Her chompers are good, if that makes any sense. And she may be also telling you at the same time, go to the dentist. Don't forget your cleaning. Don't forget your dental appointments. Yeah, I love that. No, you guys, you know what? It looks like it's those little flowers, and they're like, they're like this, and they're purple. And then they've got their little feathers down here. Like, I'm not an artist, but it looks like that. And they're all over the fields, and they're purple, and each one of them you can like pull it out, little tiny things, and suck them. Well, it looks like a thistle-y looking doodad. That's what it looks like. Is it a clover? Okay, maybe it's clover. Who knew? I don't do flowers. Joni Adler, stuck in nothingness. You know what? The interesting thing is when people say that they're stuck, it is a lot of times it's because that's what we do. We put ourselves in positions of being stuck. And if I'm looking for you, Joni, the one thing that I can see is you have a couple holes dug on your beach. And when a person has holes dug, it means, first of all, they're romantics. They're nostalgic. They think all the time. They're always in their head. That's what people do when they dig their holes. And so a lot of times, much of the thought is on the past happies, the past sads, the past mistakes, the past wishes. And we get stuck in that, and it completely glues us down. And what really has to happen when blessings really, truly start to flow is when we say, screw all of it, because this very split second right now is the beginning of the rest of my life. I mean, Joni, if I was to erase your memory right now and just erase it, and then said to you, Joni, you can have anything in the world that you wanted. You can do anything you want to do, anything at all. Go do it. You would not stop and think, I can't do that. No, you'd go, really? You might go skydiving because you don't know if you're afraid or not. You might go ride roller coasters. You might go write a book, find a new love, quit smoking because, first of all, you didn't even know you smoked. And so all of a sudden, when you let go of the past, and it makes abso-freaking no difference what you do from this split second forward, you can do anything. And if you could do anything in the world, what would you do? Then you have to go make it happen. But if I ask you, what would you love to do with your world in your life? And you say, I would love to do this, but, and usually they're really big buts. You have to decide, is it a genuine justification to say no, or is it fear of what you think you're capable of? Because we place these horrible ceilings above our heads that say, well, this is as far as I go. I mean, that's all I'm really worthy of. People around us that know us and care about us will usually say, what are you talking about? I can see way above your head. What are you putting that there for? Don't lean onto your own understanding. That's where faith comes in. It's where blind faith comes in, where you just take a leap of faith and you just go do it. So start listening to the nudges. Pay attention to your angels' numbers. Fill in all of the holes on the beach. Fill them all in and make it a purposeful choice that tomorrow will be completely different, and you're going to go to bed and have a great night's sleep. And tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to smile at yourself in the mirror and say, Joni, you're freaking awesome and beautiful. And you're going to go wipe the world with something today and make it shiny. I have to watch my mouth. See, I almost swore again. So I have to think about what I'm going to say. Joni, I don't think you're stuck in nothing at all. I don't. I just think you love your life and you miss the past. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to live in the present right now. And it makes everything so amazing. It just really does. You know what, T-Bro-san love RN? It is a sign of intelligence. I'm going to start freaking swearing like right now. Right now. I'm not gonna not do it right now. I can't. Lisa Priestess, let's see. Hello, Melissa. How are you from Tennessee? How you doing, darling? All right. Well, one of those things that it looks like for you is, first off, you're high empathic. So everybody has empathy. Everybody can feel. Everybody is empathic. It's different when you raise it and then you allow it to, you hone it and you allow it to kind of branch out. And so your energy is very yellow. It's very embracing. People are highly attracted to you, which gives you the ability then to heal them through words or through touch. And the problem is, though, you have to make sure you're not absorbing them or absorbing their pain or their hurts. And especially if you are in healthcare or emergency services, because empaths in either of those positions must go in with their, super protective suit. Because if you're, for instance, and this is for anybody in this situation right now, if you work in these situations and someone passes and you happen to be there working on them, it's not that you are like somebody who's like, oh, I need to take time off because I'm so sad and depressed. It's not that. What you have to realize, it's definitely something to work through. But if you're highly empathic and you're working on someone, let's say, that dies, you might feel that moment of passing and the loss of energy, and don't liken it to being depressed or don't liken it to feeling emptiness, because that's what can happen. It is acknowledging yourself and what you need to go through to get past it. I don't know why they're telling me to tell you this, but it is acknowledging those things and then realizing that this is not me. I just felt this person's energy leave, and allow yourself to work through that emotion, but don't liken it to yourself. And the same thing for you is when, I forget who I was reading for, but same continued reading, protect yourself, protect yourself from the people around you. You've got to do that. Yasmin, thank you very much. I appreciate that highly. I'm kind of bummed because summer's almost over and I'm going to go white again. I don't want to. I just want to be nice, milky coffee all year long. Who doesn't? Oh my gosh. All right. And you get that, Julie. Exactly. If you're in healthcare, man. Lala, thank you so much. Are you watching my rooms right now? Because I really do appreciate it. I haven't seen anybody who's been nasty tonight, and I appreciate it. I do. I think what I'm going to do really quickly is, Lala is my wrenchy, and she helps me on all of the things for years now, YouTube and Facebook alike. So Lala, I think I can do maybe I can't. Oh, I can. So Lala, I am going to send you. How do I do this? I don't know if I can do it. Lala, can you send me really quickly a private chat, please? Bam, chicka, bow, wow. Can you send me a message, Lala, that's private? And the reason I'm asking is because, well, I could do this myself. I am going to do Tracy, you get it. You know what? I can't imagine the feelings of going, I'm going to give away one of my books. I haven't gotten them all yet because they are new, but when it comes in, I'm going to give away one of my Manifesting 411 books. And Lala, I'm going to send one to Lala. Of course I have to, because she helps me so much, and she does this awesome jewelry and things, and she's always sending me things. So I'm actually going to write a number down here. Let me think. Okay. I don't know why I'm picking this number. Somebody out there that's supposed to win this book is going to pick this number. So I'm going to watch, just start putting it in the chat, and I will tell you as soon as I see that number come across. Just start writing down numbers, and I will tell you it's up to from 0 to 50. That would help, wouldn't it? All right, I'm watching. So the first person to get it. Oh, Trista Cantu, you just won. It's number 23. Anybody see that? It's number 23. Trista, you got it. Number 23. Well, it's reversed. I'm sorry, guys. Trista got it. All right. Trista, you need to email me at contact@drrebeccafoster.com. Trista, give me your information, and I will send you your book. Yay. I love that. So Molly, do you have your boyfriend passed? His passing is confusing. Okay. Hello, Jessica Potter, intuitive medium, darling. How are you? I'm wonderful. I haven't seen you since Las Vegas. It's good to see you. Okay. So Molly. I can see why his passing would be confusing. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm having difficulty trying to figure out what he's trying to tell me in the way that he is having me focus. It almost feels like I'm having difficulty not only breathing but having difficulty well, I'm glad you definitely popped in and hanging in this whack ass energy. You're right, girl. Jessica Potter, intuitive medium. She's also a very gifted medium. She's very beautiful. So you can find her on Facebook and everywhere else too. She's a good person. And I'm only telling you this because I know she's legit. So otherwise I'd be like, whack off. She's good though. She's good. All right. So Molly, he's showing me difficulty and it feels like it's up and like I almost feel like it's high up in my throat. And I feel just the difficulty breathing. And I'm not sure if it's because I ate something or if what I've done. But it's way up. Almost like that's cut off up here. And I'm like when I'm reading for people, I will throw all sorts of instances in there to double check. So I'm looking at this going, did he hang himself? That's not truly clear. Okay, was he choked or strangled? That seems to be very possible. There's something that choked him or strangled him, but I don't think it. I mean, I look at this and I think, I don't think he committed suicide. I don't think he hung himself. But is there something that could have choked him? Yes. Did someone choke him? Possibly. And then corrected it? Maybe. It just, that's what it's kind of the implication here, if that makes sense. It feels like it's, hold on, let me find you a second. Okay. So Molly, it does make sense. He texted you 30 minutes before going cardiac. He was passing. He was having trouble breathing when they got there. That's interesting. I'm wondering if I don't think he committed suicide, but it feels like something happened that was cutting off his air. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jess. I do think it was cutting off his air, and I'm trying to place someone around him. I just know that there's someone else who knew or understood what was happening. So it makes me wonder, did somebody accelerate an already like existing issue? I don't feel like it's swelling. It's interesting. It's like there's something else. It wasn't just him going into a cardiac arrest. There was another element, and there's somebody else who knows what happened. Interesting. Is there a g sound? A g like Gary, or I don't know, goose, g. The guttural G sound seems to have something to do with it. All right. I don't know if he was not alone before that. There was a friend there at the time. We're very suspicious of him. Yeah, Gilmore. There you go. So that if the that's why somebody else asked if he was alone, and I don't think so. So it was before that they were there. So you're confirming there was a friend there at that time, very suspicious. That would be Gilmore, the guttural G. I would be looking at him as to what went down. That would be somebody I would just like let them think I knew more than I did and watch them freak out. They'll break themselves. He would break himself. Yeah. Hello, Tiffany Elder Buffy. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it. You know what? It's very possible that we know each other from this life or a past life or another dimension. Could be another dimensional thing we're connected on. Rachel, our guides are really never angry at us. They get frustrated with us, but they don't get angry with us. They don't. They're usually very comedic and they get frustrated. They may even walk away and be like, ugh, but never angry. Not at all. Mariana Boyden, a health scan, significantly ill since your soulmate passed. Mariana, I will do a health scan on you gladly and see what's actually happening here. We'll just take a look. All right. So, okay. Well, first off, Mariana, our free will is just really strong and it can do a lot of things. I don't think that the one thing I was looking at is you said since your soulmate passed. So my first thing is, was this a pseudo issue that's created from our free will that can actually make us ill? And I don't see that being 100% of the case. It looks like actually it feels almost like your lymph nodes are a little bit enlarged. Then I was looking at, okay, and this happens so quickly when I'm doing this, but looking at your blood flow, I don't think it's cancer. I don't see high white blood cells, but I also am looking and thinking you may even have more reoccurring bladder, kidney infections, that sort of thing, more UTIs. And that may be the white blood cells that I'm picking up on or seeing. I would find out, and your doctors, I would think, would have already done a test on you for candida or for a higher yeast within the blood, within the body. And so that's what I would do, would be go in. I would make sure that they are doing a CBC. They would do a C panel, full liver panel, find out what the enzymes are doing. And one of the things you can absolutely do is change your diet and see what happens there. Go as clean as possible for 3 to 4 weeks. Whole foods, careful on everything too raw. You don't want to tear stuff up while you're trying to fix it. More water, no sweeteners, fake or real, and see what happens. I'm reading you and I'm like, oh my God, I just want to like do my nodes are all starting to hurt. So if you feel like your lymph nodes, you feel down your neck, you feel your tonsils, it just feels like something chronically happening. So that's what I would get checked. You could go see your like an endocrinologist and they can do all those tests on you and get everything properly out of the way, because like just a regular general practice isn't going to be doing that. They're going to send you to someone specific. So you guys, I am letting you know it is 9:00 and I have got so much to do with my, I've got so much to do. Diverticulitis, interesting. Yeah, I would not doubt that for a second. And that explains part of the inflammation without the cancer. So yeah, and I definitely am going to go. I've got so much to do. I'm sorry, I'm reading through everybody's posts here. So we got it here. Perfect. I think next Thursday's a go. I will be back on next Thursday. Just make sure you are either following or subscribe. Do whatever you got to do to get a notification, whatever that is. And when I go live, then you will be notified. And you guys have an awesome night, and I will talk to you soon. You know how to get a hold of me. Oh, sorry. What? I'm clicking my things here. Hi, Chad. How are you? I'm going through hearting everything, and I have to. There we go. Sorry. I'm just putting a little heart on everything. All right. You guys have a great night. Pay attention to the moons, the cycles, new moon, write your letter to God. So, everything you're thankful for, everything you're happy for, burn it and send it on up. Love you guys too. Thank you, Carl. And I'll talk to you later. You guys have a great night. You too, tick knock, 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 snacks. Bye. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to get with it. I'm going to go get some sleep. I think I need a tranquilizer. So, night, guys.